Hi, Miss Robin.
Hi, Dan. Just us. I thought I was late.
No, we got login issues.
Uh,
It did when I logged in, it says host has another meeting in progress, which we didn't. So I had to go log in and cancel it. So Mara just
Gotcha.
texted you to take it in. There she is.
Hi, Mara.
I'm like, I did try again. But then it magically popped up. Ooh.
Yeah, no, I had to go hack into a system and cancel. It said there was another meeting in progress and there wasn't.
Right.
Which means somebody logged in last night and never unlogged in.
All right. So having moved recently, I found a book somebody shared with me about your dreams. So I've been reading through their little poems. So set yourself earnestly to see what you are made to do, and then set yourself earnestly to do it. And the loftier your purpose is, the more sure you will be to make the world richer with every enrichment of yourself. So I thought that was appropriate for us.
I like that.
From Phillips Brooks, whoever that is.
I like it. Good morning, all. We have a new one. Hello, Paige.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I can't stay. I just popped in. I have another meeting right now, but I wanted to say, hey.
Hey, I think you did an awesome job on that video.
Oh, thanks. It was fun.
Turned out great.
Yeah, it only took 2 takes. We're pretty pleased. I thought we were going to be there forever. 10 minutes. It was done.
I like the line of somebody's trying to come to the party that wasn't invited.
Yeah, it was fun.
Awesome. Well, how many views have you gotten so far?
Like 168 last I checked. Yeah. Not any other engagement, but a lot of views. So that's the important part, right?
Where was your video? I'm sorry, I haven't seen it.
What's
On
that?
Facebook.
On Facebook?
It was a Facebook video, yeah. I did my haunted house video that they challenged me the other day.
I tell you, people are putting these things up line. Was that picture? It says if one door opens, another one door closes, your house is haunted, you should probably sell it, call me. And I challenged Mary. I challenged the whole group, if you remember. Go turn that into a video. And bam, Mary did it. High five, Mary.
I was trying to do it like it's just my normal life kind of thing. And because I really am having a spooky movie night with my kids and all of that. So, yeah. So, anyway.
Well, that's awesome. It is Friday. It is Red Shirt Friday, as you can tell, with 3 of us on the call. It's okay. It's okay, Mary.
I'm a rebel.
Jason, I think, is wearing a red shirt too. He's just really dark in his office.
I need to find myself a Keller Williams shirt.
The redstore.com or aredstore.com, I think it is. You can get Keller Williams shirts there.
Okay.
Well, how was everyone's week? What are we striving with this morning? What can we help you with?
I had a closing yesterday, my new build from April. Rob and I close next week.
Oh boy, yep, we're gonna make it.
We're almost to the finish line. I think we close on Tuesday, Wednesday.
So, Mara, how's your listing going?
We have an offer. It's listed at 205. We have an offer at 215. I was a little concerned about it. So because of our talk the other day, I said, this is all you. I said, if it doesn't appraise, can the buyer come in with money? I would never have thought of that before. I've never had to deal with that before. So go you. And he said they could come in with 5,000 over appraisal. So,
Yeah. You're risking 205. If it comes in at 205, you get 210.
exactly. Because that's the one I had you help me price. And so
Yeah.
205 is pretty good.
Yeah, 210 is a stretch. I mean, 205, I feel confident there just based on the market. But
The seller's thinking if he went and bought a couple doors and made a closet in that 3rd bedroom, should we bother to do it? He's like, I could spend $300 on doors and make it a 3-bedroom like that. So would you guys recommend that for before the appraiser gets there? Because it could make the difference between 5 or 10,000 theoretically, huh? So I told him I'd ask a few folks at the company, see what they thought. Because he's already put a lot into this house, but I'm thinking, for that much more money, that's probably a good idea.
the one thing that's challenging is the fact that you have to change it in the assessor's record showing a 3-bedroom, not a 2-bedroom. I think it's worth it. $300 to throw some closet doors on there because it's just going to make the appraisers that much more excited about it.
So, yeah, that's
My vote is yes.
challenge. Okay.
Hey,
Good morning,
I gotta
Chris.
go, but before I go, I just want to say my 2 closings in a month is the most I've ever done in 1 month, and it's my highest grossing. It's actually the most I'll make the most this month than I've made every year since I've been in real estate.
Aw, congratulations.
Yay.
Let's continue this on, okay?
What's that?
Let's continue this on.
All right, I'll see you guys. Have a great weekend.
Bye, Ms. Benson.
I also have the most deals I've ever had going on. So, yes, again, thank you, group.
This is what it's all about. Changing our lives, building our businesses. I think Robin's got the most deals going she's ever had going. Teresa's got the most deals going she's ever had going. Cindy, I don't know about you, but it seems like you got a lot going on.
Yep, sure do.
How's your listing looking? You get any offers yet? It's been live for 7 minutes.
We had a showing yesterday, actually. So
Oh, wow.
that's good.
Hey, Paige, tell us a little bit about yourself. We'd like to know who you are.
Yeah, of course. So I haven't really gotten started yet. I'm waiting on a couple more pieces to the puzzle, so I haven't dived in quite yet, but I'm getting all these emails with these calls, so I've just been kind of jumping on them when I can. But I just moved to Tucson from Maryland a couple weeks ago, and I right before I got here, I started my exams, and so I just became licensed, and I joined Jeremiah's team, and
Awesome.
I'm hoping to get started in the next couple days here.
Well, welcome to the team. Welcome to the family. This is our morning scripts and tricks call. We do some scripting, we do some mindset, we do some group theory. As you can tell, it's all about helping each other build our businesses. You don't know who I am yet, probably. I am Big Dan Caldwell. As you can see, I am a small man here at the office. I'm our productivity director. I'm the coach for all agents here. So if you ever have a question, I'm here for you. So.
Okay, awesome. Thanks so much. And I will definitely have my video on next week. I won't be that person that doesn't have their video on, but thank you.
Okay, I can turn my video off too if we can just match.
You
look-
I know, I at least need a picture.
handsome in his suit.
Well, welcome to the call. We love to have you every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8:30. We go over these things. We talk about what's going on in our lives and our businesses, what we can script around, what we can help each other with. And as Mara's already displayed today, it picks up something that you can use in your own business to ask simple questions to further along deals you may have thought were dead. So
Yeah, that's awesome. I'll definitely be on. I need all the help and information I can get. So thank you.
well, we're glad to have you.
So one question, Dan, you said we can put that in the contract where it talks about appraisals, because now the agent has put it in writing in an email, but the seller, of course, wants that in writing, that they would be willing to pay $5,000 over. So I'm looking at the contract. Where is that? I know you
Put it on
mentioned it.
page 8.
Okay, I'm getting there.
Yeah, you would put it if this were the original.
Okay.
Yeah. If this was an original purchase offer, you would see it in page 8. If it's not, they can do an addendum.
So I'm gonna add, yeah, could they either rewrite theirs or they could send us an addendum, or we could, can we counter with that? Or is that too weird?
I would, if they're willing to do so, have them send you an addendum right now on the purchase offer.
That's what we'll do.
Because
I also
that
asked
way,
them- okay.
that way everything's still in the seller's house. If you guys counter, it allows the buyers to back out. But right now, you're captive until the time frame of the offer expiring. And if they send you an addendum, the seller accepts the addendum and the purchase offer at the same time, you're under contract with the additional clause in there.
So does it just say the buyer is willing to pay $5,000 over appraisal value, something like that?
It's essentially all you need.
Oh shoot, there was another good thing you mentioned. So I was just gonna acknowledge, that I had asked them to make sure that they gave us an updated pre-qual where they actually shared documents with the lender. And they
Right.
did get me an updated. So again, I just said, in this environment, we need to pre-qual it, show some documentations and shared with the lender. So they got it to us, same day.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's good that you're checking those prequals. If you guys aren't doing so, when you look at your prequals, make sure the documents have been submitted to the lender. If they have not, You challenge that because that is a weaker prequel. Everything matters in a market like this when it comes to the sellers and how far along the buyers are in the process. We're going to talk about that later today in the Ignite class on contracts to close. One of my favorite things. It's the timelines on what you need to do and how you need to get there. So good stuff in Ignite class. Paige, you can always jump into that too. Our Ignite series is going to be one of those 4-week classes we run every 6 weeks or so. We may not run one for the end of the year just based on how many people we can get in there. And it teaches new agents everywhere from how to tie your shoes to how to pick up and run with a multi-deal. So,
Okay, perfect. Good to know.
Teresa laughed. I'm like, I'll teach you how to tie your shoes.
Dan, I had a client call in during team meeting the other day. I missed part of David's announcement about he's doing some sort of bold thing. Can you touch on that? Do you mind?
Yeah, with Bold October coming up, which we need to get registered. It starts on the 20th. $99 Bold. It's not Bold Pivot. It is Bold October. It's a completely different program. They're running it more like a Bold, just virtually. David is going to put the physical aspect here at the Market Center. They're looking at renting out space in a hotel, doing the social distancing thing there, but also having the in-person element of Bold, where there'll be the on-the-wall tracking, the updates, the accountability, a lot deeper than it was with independent sole accountability at the agents for Bold Pivot.
Okay. And then everybody heard that we're also supposed to start putting our deals back in .loop and not command for compliance.
Yes, we are back with .loop compliance for the time being. I understand that. Sorry for the back and forth. It is confusing. However, I trust that you will make it along just fine. Still track your deals in command. Put your opportunities in there. Move the opportunities through the pipeline so you can track your information, track your income. That's just super helpful for you. The only difference is we're just not uploading our documents to the broker through command.
They made it sound like, though, if we'd already submitted a deal, to go ahead and finish it there.
Right. If it's already submitted through command, leave it in there, let it move forward.
Even if we're in the middle of it. Okay. And then any new stuff we should start in .loop, right?
Right.
Okay.
I would suspect we're going another year in .loop until command gets their compliance side down for Arizona. Arizona has the most stringent compliance regulations for the broker side out of all 50 states. That's because we don't have to use lawyers in our transactions. And I'd rather have the stringent requirements than the lawyers.
I was going to say, see, Arizona is usually kind of wild west about stuff, so that was surprising to me.
Yeah, we were until Arizona's been sued so many times. They're like, nope. So as long as you do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it, you will be successful. It's pretty simple. But as always, I like Fridays to be more of a conversational win on what you're going to do for your weekend, what you got planned, how can I help you set up for it. Who's got an open house they're going to do this weekend?
I do. I do too.
Cindy, Bethany, Renee. Awesome.
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday. Good deal. So we got the one in Vail. Where's yours at, Renee?
I'm doing Continental Ranch. It's Krista Stevenson Wells. It just fell out of contract actually, so.
Awesome. So we got North Side, we got Vail. Where's yours at, Bethany?
Roadrunner near Drexel, West Side.
Okay. So West Side, North Side, Northwest Side, and Vail, which is out there. So if you're out and about doing some open house surfing, Paige, listen to this. If you want to, go learn. Go stop by all the open houses you can during the weekend. Act like a consumer. Act like a person buying a house. And let them talk to you and try to sell you this home or try to get your information and stuff like that so you can learn how they're doing it. The best way to be better than your competition is to know how they do it.
Okay, I will do that. And none of you guys know what I look like yet, so perfect.
I think it's perfect. That's what I'm saying. I don't care whose brokerage it is. I show up, they know who I am.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, I know who you are. Like, no, you don't. My name's Doug.
No, that's great. I will definitely do that.
Yeah, that'll help you. That'll help you out.
that open houses are to market you, not really to sell the house. So, I mean, I've been amazed when I walk into one and there could even be two agents there and they're just sitting there talking to each other and completely ignore the people who walk in. I'm like, I don't think you get the concept of what open house is for. So, I mean, obviously it would be great to show off the house and sell it right then too, but you're really marketing yourself. So.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Mara. There's nothing more annoying to me than walking to an open house with two younger agents doing this. Who's ever gotten that? Especially when I walk in with shorts and a t-shirt on, because they're like, oh, he can't afford this house. Little do you know.
Yeah, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah. Little do you know that the person that owns this house is a family member of mine. I'm just walking in and checking it out. Well, what's up, Miss Teresa? You had your hand up. What do you got?
Yeah, I think maybe one of these calls or a PC meeting call or something, maybe we could help emphasize open house protocols or.
We got 13 minutes left. We can do it right now.
Okay.
Okay. Rule number 1 of open houses. You guys ready to write this down?
Mm-hmm.
Be on time. Nothing shows disrespect more to the seller than showing up late to an open house.
Be early.
Be early. Have your sign set up and at the house before the open house starts.
Because people will show up early.
People will show up early. Also, sign placement super important. You want to give people time if it's a busy road. Time to slow down and get over and get into those lanes. I hate seeing signs 10 feet from the turn on Cortero. By the time you see the sign, you're already past the turn. So give them ample time to turn.
Those little flags that TAR have now are kind of handy. You know, they're the big tall ones.
Yeah?
They have a little banner type thing.
I haven't seen those yet. I'll check them out.
Other than mine snapped off one day, but I still find a way to. Because they just have the little stabby thing to put in the ground, and then it hooks onto that.
Yeah.
And so it's a great concept, but be careful. I guess if it's a super windy day, it could snap off. But I still just can time mine to a post or something. So they're like the ones that the big fancy, new homes have, but it's a little one. It's like a miniature.
Miniature flags? I like that. We got to change our ways. I'm looking into
balloons, but I don't want to keep pumping up balloons, so I use flags.
Yeah, I don't like balloons. Wasteful, not regenerative. Step in the most important.
Build them.
Yeah. Another thing you need to have is a sign-in sheet, and make this a fundamental part of your open house. When you're doing an open house, everybody signs in. Why is that?
To capture their information and also for security purposes.
Because if they kidnap you, most kidnappers aren't smart enough to take the sign-in sheet with them.
So, but one of the lines we thought is this is just for the security of the home. The owner would like to know who's been in their home today, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Give you that one.
You guys want to? We can script when someone walks in the front door. What do we say?
Welcome home.
Welcome home. Mara got excited about that.
One from Dan. I got that one from Dan.
Welcome home, guys. My name is Big Dan Caldwell. What brings you by today? That's fantastic. Hey, do me a favor, sign in for me. I'd love to walk around the house afterwards, show you all the neat features of the house, answer any questions you have, get to know you a little bit better, and then start walking towards the sign-in sheet. Well, we don't want to sign in. I apologize. I got to ask everyone to sign in. Well, we don't want to sign in. Well, then I can't show you the house. Really? Yes. It's not like a guidance from the seller. It's not a guidance from the buyers. It's, if I'm asking one to do it, all have to do it, right? The ADRE, what we do for one, we have to do for all. So if you're going to treat one like a jerk, you got to treat them all like a jerk. I'm kidding. Don't treat them like jerks. But if you ask one person to sign in and you don't ask another person to sign in, that can be seen as a sign of some kind of, separation, some kind of, can't even think of the word. I don't know.
Bad ethics.
Housing, we want to be fair to everyone.
It is bad ethics, and it's against fair housing. So what we do for one, we do for all. So ask everyone to sign in. Hey, I must ask that everyone signs in. Well, I'm not going to sign in. Well, I cannot show you the house. I know that scares some people to tell people no, I cannot, that I can't show you the house. If you have that level of purpose when you do it, they're going to sign in.
I just put something in the chat and you can cut it in half because I bought a pad of these open house feedback forms, and then I just took them and copied them. And you just, copy it, and I put them on a little clipboard, and I put it's a little pin that looks like a key. I'm like, and everybody's like, oh, that's so cute. I'm like, well, you get to keep the pin if you fill the survey out for us. And everybody loved it. So that went over really well. So
I like that. It's good stuff.
mm-hmm.
I like that.
I also just write down their info because some people will scribble it so you can't read anything. That's their way to get around it. They're just like.
Well, when they hand me their clipboard back and they keep the pen, and then I look at it, I'm like, oh, okay. Let me clarify. Is this email? I said your writing is almost as good as mine, and just kind of make a joke out of it. So.
On your sign-ins, you would say, hey, do me a favor, please sign in, print and sign legibly.
Mm-hmm.
It goes back to schooling. We were all bred in school to learn that. And if you tell people to do that, they will. I've still had people sign Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and stuff like that. And I've called them out. But then again, not everyone can get away with the stuff I get away with because, well, it's your personality versus mine. But I'm also like, hey, Daffy, I think I know your brother. And just make them laugh, and then you can usually get information. But get everyone to sign in. More than likely, you're going to get their correct name, address, their correct information. People aren't inherently rude. There are some out there, but as a grander mass, they're not. So, welcome home. What brings you by today? Open-ended question. Welcome home, followed by an open-ended question. Welcome home. What are y'all out doing today? What brings you by? Oh, I saw the signs. Oh, which sign did you see first? Now you can know which direction they're coming from, so you know which sign placement worked better. And then start asking some questions. What brings you out today? What are you looking for? Tell me more. Right? All right, we got 6 minutes. We're going to run through an open house right now.
Well, let me ask one question real quick. Are we allowed to, when we asked them to do the sign-in sheet, separate than the survey, are we allowed to ask to see their ID? Or you think it's just going to turn them around or going to walk away? Especially if the house is owner occupied or,
That's 100% your work ethic. Like it's whatever, if you're going to do it to one, you better do it to all.
Yeah. Open houses, it's not, there's nothing in there, but an empty house, but I'm just kind of, when you have people walking in a home that people live there and they have their valuables there. And, to me, it would.
I would put this out there is if you're doing an open house at the place that you feel like there's a high risk of things being stolen, share it with another agent.
Mm-hmm.
That way, one's covering the door, one's covering the client.
Okay.
Cover yourselves. Be safe. I like when you guys do open houses together, period. Go ahead, Robin.
Where do we park to be out of the way?
Never park in the driveway because it becomes a safety issue. Park in front of the house, to the side of the house if you want. But the reason you don't park in the driveway is what if someone pulls in behind you? You can't leave. I would hope that if you were in a dire situation, you would run that person over but I don't want you guys to ever be in that situation.
Guidance to always have ourselves facing out if we are in a situation wherever, rather than like facing into a building, facing out so you can just pull out.
Yeah. If you have to park in the driveway, like there are no side streets to park on, then make sure you're backed in, nose forward. That way you can get in quickly. Always have an exit route. Always tell somebody who you're with. contact. If you need to, send me a text. Hey, I'm at my open house here. And then, hey, I'm leaving my open house. That way I know you're done. Have a partner, have a friend, have your spouse know where you're at.
It
Share
tells
your,
us also keep our keys on us. So
Oh,
if
yeah.
we had to dash out a back door or something.
yeah, even if you have your computer and your bag and your purse and everything's right there on the counter and you got to run, have your keys in your pocket.
And never have people behind you. Did you say that when I had to be on a call? Don't.
That's the same thing as in the driveway. When you're showing the house, don't walk into the room first. Turn the lights on, step aside, let them walk in. Let them be in front of you and you can guide them and turn lights on behind them. That's just important in case that, again, somebody like me, not like me, somebody my size that wants to do nefarious things, if they walk in behind you, will not let you out of the room. That's when you go for the throat. I'm not trying to scare you guys, but these things have happened across the country, and I just want my agents to be as safe as possible. That's why I absolutely love the idea of partnering on open houses. Split the leads however you want. If you made contact with this one or I made contact with that one, does not matter. Work them together, partner, I don't care. It's always better to have two people there because when you're there in the downtime, you can script and role play. You can talk about best practices. You can, help each other out, do fun videos on TikTok. Right, Bethany?
Your lender to
Oh,
come
yeah.
with you.
Cindy's absolutely right. Get a lender to go with you. That's a huge thing. Lenders absolutely love being part of that because then they're right there to do pre-quals.
Some insurance people will go too. So it depends on, there's various vendors that might set an open house with you.
Tons of opportunities.
Like touching base in the neighborhood, like the day before, or knocking all the doors nearby.
So we did the open house class the other day with Tracy Costell on the Ignite course. And if you were part of that, you learned a lot of great things. And he talks about the open houses aren't exactly the activity of the 4 hours that you're doing there. It's the lead up before that. It's the door knocking, the canvassing the neighborhoods, making phone calls, making connections with people. The open house is to market yourself, not that home. Getting an open house is a grace because people are attracted to the product, the open house, and they're going to meet an agent, you. It's just how you present yourself, how you engage with people. And if nobody's been there for 4.5 hours and it's boring as all hell, guess what? Right when you close up, somebody's going to walk in. Almost every time. Don't shut it down early. Don't be that guy or gal. So, but always remember to be excited that they're there, be happy to see them. And that's why I tell people, welcome home.
I have a question. What's your ideal times for open houses?
It depends on the traffic in those areas. There is no such thing as an ideal time. I know the north side does very well from Friday nights, 4:30 to 6:30. I know Continental Ranch does good on open houses between 11 and 4. I know the east side does really good in the mornings.
I've just always done Sundays to have the best traffic personally, but
Yeah.
I think it's because it's a traditional open house day. I don't know.
Yeah, know your traffic. If you're running like Mark Obanoff does open houses 5 days a week. He does his lead generation. He does his follow-up from an open house. Because he's looking to do his follow-up and lead gen, plus have the opportunity of somebody walking in. And how many people out there now, especially this time of year, what do we have? We have the blue hair transfer, right?
I never heard it called that. I thought they were snowbirds.
Snowbirds flock this way in October. October is typically the time of year we start seeing the southern migration. And those people don't have set schedules. They don't do anything in the afternoon. They're out in the morning having breakfast and going to Cars and Coffee, and they're driving home, bam, open house sign. I'm going to check this out. It may not be for them. It might be for somebody they know. Hey, my brother Sam, who lives up north with me, is thinking about getting a winter home here in Tucson. And bam, you've made a connection. So it's all about just being available. So think about the time of year, the time of day, the area, the community. If you're down by Davis Mountain, Mornings aren't going to work. Why is that?
Assume they're working.
Most of the people that live around Davis-Monthan work at Davis-Monthan or nearby. Their hospital, their police, they have different schedules. So it's a good question, Bethany, but typically when I'm doing open houses, it's really going to depend on where I'm at. If I'm doing an open house, and I'll be honest, I haven't done one in a long time because that's just not part of my business plan right now. I try to get a 3-day spread. I try to do a Friday afternoon, 4:30 to 6:30, and I try to do 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. Because I will see repeat visits. I will see pickup traffic. Even if it's under contract, I will plead and negotiate with my sellers or the agents involved that I've already got a ton of investment done on this, and I want to make sure that we have all of the potential,
Well,
yield.
I did one last Friday. It was we kind of split it up in times. Mine was from 4 to 6, and it was super dark after to go pick up the signs. So then we decided we're not going to do it super late anymore. We'll do it more like till like 4 or 5.
That makes sense. I mean, whatever you need to be safe. But I got to cut the call. Someone's looking at my window like, we need the room. Get out. So we didn't get to do stripping around. But remember, welcome home. What brings you by? What are you all out doing today? Don't ask dumb questions like, what's your favorite dinosaur? People don't care. Ask what questions that matter.
If the house is empty, can we set up our tables and things Friday and leave them until Sunday? Or
That's a
you think-
conversation for the listing agent.
listing
If
agent? Okay.
you are the listing agent, that's a conversation for the seller.
Okay.
I have done so.
Mhm.
It's really important to have that communication up front and set those expectations so that you can have those. It makes sense.
Mhm.
And if you're going to set up a table, put it right by the front door so the sign-in sheets are right there.
Mhm. All right.
Awesome, guys. Happy Friday. We'll see you guys soon at Ignite. Starts at 9. See you then.
All right, thank you.